ladies, Nana T here, and I am so excited to be sharing with you some Norwex tips about how to use our products in your home. And here you are in my bathroom. Welcome! You know we're good friends when I invite you into my shower. So, whenever I'm doing demos, one of the top asked questions is how you clean your shower. Showers, bath enclosures, those are the things that, quite honestly, myself being a cleaner, someone who cleans homes for a living, cleaning the showers and so forth was the one thing that I always tried to do first because I just wanted to be done with it. I don't know if you're that way, but now that I have Norwex, it's a whole different world and I'm very excited about it. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I would use if I was cleaning a shower. And quite honestly, the tools change depending on what kind of shower I'm cleaning. Now I have just a traditional size shower here. I've got a tiled wall, I've got glass sliding doors. I don't like sliding doors, but I have them. Anyway, so what I use to clean my shower, I have this little command hook, and usually my shower scrub mitt is always hanging in my bathroom. And what I use this for, and the shower scrub mitt actually has a little seam right here, and when you put your hand on the inside, it actually gives you the ability to kind of hold it like a glove. Like a puppet, right? No. Anyway, so you've got a scrubby side and then you've got a smooth side, okay? So how do we use this? Well, number one, I keep it hanging in my shower, and I only scrub my shower down once a month. That's all I do. However, a couple, 2-3 times a week, when I'm done showering, if I'm not headed out the door or in a real hurry, what I'll do is I'll take the smooth side of my shower scrub mitt and I'll literally just wipe down my shower. A lot of people use squeegees or whatever to wipe things down. This baby does it. It keeps it nice and shiny, and it makes it very easy to maintain, which is wonderful. That's the key. That's what we want to do, ladies. Now, once a month, I do scrub down my shower. I love to use our bathroom cleaner as a multi-purpose cleaner. So once a month, when I get out of my shower, I'll spritz it down with a diluted bathroom cleaner mixture that I use for multi-purpose cleaning. I'll spray that shower down, use the scrubby side of my shower scrub mitt and clean real good, and then rinse and wipe. And that's what I do. Why I love this so much, ladies, look how easy it is to take this shower scrub mitt and go along these tracks. And I can also use it to clean my my doors in my shower. Now, one thing I want to point out, and this happened recently when visiting with a friend of mine, they said, you know, Teresa, I'm really a little disappointed because I just can't get this soap scum off of my shower. And it wasn't soap scum she was dealing with. It was actually hard water buildup. And so what I like to point out to people, we've got some phenomenal products, but like anything, it's best to use a product that's designed for the job, right? So this is what we call descaler. And the descaler works really good on any mineral buildups or hard, that come with your hard water. So what I'll do is I'll spray this down, and then I use, and I apologize, I don't have it in here, but I'll show it to you later in the demo. It's called a Sperry sponge. And I use that especially on my glass doors, which seem to be where that hard water buildup really happens, and also of course on my chrome. So that's what I use for keeping my shower clean, mostly. I say mostly, sorry, I know that seems like I'm climbing into your house, and I apologize. Some of the homes that I clean, and maybe even in your home, you're going to have a large shower that maybe doing the whole shower with this is a little much. So what I do in those circumstances is I take our mop system, and this is our small mop system. We also have a large, and right now an extra large, although that is a limited time offer. So I don't know if that'll be available when you're watching this video, but it's really cool. Anyway, what I do on a large shower is I simply use with a tile mop pad, and this is a small size, I literally will just wipe this over my entire shower area. And it works absolutely beautifully. If you've got a lot of glass, you can do this, or we do have a window pad both in the small and the large. So that's an option too. Now, sometimes what you'll run into in a shower, if you've not been using Norwex and keeping things maintained, what you might be dealing with is a buildup in the grout area. Whether it's here in your shower or whether you're dealing with it on your floor, grout can be a real bear to keep clean, I know. So what I like to use for cleaning my grout is our cleaning paste, which you'll find I use this for a lot of things. We call it our elbow grease in a jar, and I absolutely love it. I use that and our utility brush. What I love about the utility brush is I can go into our, oh, sorry, I'm not getting this lid off. There we go. Our paste is a hard paste, so I would get this slightly damp and just rub it in and get some of this paste on my brush, and then that is going to allow me to get into the crevices of the grout. Move that in, rub it around a little bit, get it worked in, and then rinse it out. And this cleans grout phenomenally, ladies. You are going to absolutely love this. So that's pretty much, I think, is going to cover the majority of what you would need to do in your shower. On glass doors, I either use the mitt I was talking to you about, the window pad that goes on my mop, or Elvis and Presley, of course, which we're going to talk more about, but our EnviroCloth and our polishing cloth, which is what we call Elvis and Presley, work beautifully on your glass doors to make them just shine, especially the chrome. So that's a little bit about your shower. And again, it depends on what kind of shower you have. So I'm going to set these out in the front area here for just a minute. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about how you're going to go about cleaning your bathroom. So the first thing I knock out is my shower, because it's my least favorite thing to do. Even with Norwex, I like to get it done. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my main bath area, which is where I'm going to have my sinks and my mirrors and all that good stuff. So I'm going to take you for a little ride here. Don't get dizzy, ladies. I'm going to actually reflect you into my mirror. And I don't know if I can get this down low enough to where you can kind of see what I'm doing or not. We'll see how that works. Okay, so just FYI, okay, this isn't really working well, but in all my bathrooms, I have an Elvis and a Presley, and I did a demo just a few minutes ago, and I actually took my Elvis and Presley to another room. So we're going to pretend like I've got an EnviroCloth and window cloth in my hand, and I'm going to kind of walk you through what I would do in cleaning this bathroom. So to start with, I would clean my mirrors first with my damp EnviroCloth or with my window cloth, just with the tip of it wet. Okay, you know, I really struggle doing this without the deal, so we're going to do this. And then with the miracle of technology, I'm back with my Enviro and my window cloth. So just so you know, underneath all of my bathroom sinks, I have two command hooks. One, I hold my EnviroCloth, and one, I hold my window cloth. Now, what I do, some of your cabinet doors might not be big enough to hold a long EnviroCloth. That's my case. And what I do is just take the very tip of it, tuck it through the tag, hang it from the tag. And this is how I let it dry. Now, all of our cloths have backlock. Well, not all of them, but most of them. The EnviroCloth, the window cloth, all have backlock in them. And because of that, if you rinse this out after you've used it, and they say par, you mean press, agitate, and rinse, okay? That's the little word we use. If you do that and let this air dry for 24 hours, it actually self-purifies itself, which is absolutely phenomenal. So what I do is I keep an EnviroCloth and a window cloth hanging under my sink at all times. And that way, when I walk into my bathroom, if there's something on the mirror or on the counter that I need to clean real quickly, I can just pull this out, get it damp, wipe it down. And then if it's a mirror or chrome or something that's shiny, I will use my polishing cloth. So Elvis is the EnviroCloth. It works for everything. And the window cloth is the polishing cloth, okay? So the first thing I would do is either with my window cloth slightly damp on one end, I would wipe down my mirror and then shine it with the dry part of the window cloth, or I just wet my entire Enviro cloth, wring it out real good. I wipe down my mirrors, I wipe down my countertops and around my sink, and I always shine my mirrors and my faucet with the window cloth. So that's how we clean our bathroom area. Now I do that as maintenance, and I'll just hang them down below, but I will tell you once a month I do a deep clean on my bathroom, and that means spraying the shower, as I mentioned before, with some of that bathroom cleaner diluted, and then it also means putting some of that bathroom cleaner full strength into my toilet and using the ergonomic toilet brush to clean out my toilet. Once a month I use that, and then I take this window cloth after I've done all this and I go in there and I wipe down, and you will, when this posts, you should have seen the video about me cleaning a toilet with an Elvis cloth or an Enviro cloth. I'm just showing you how that cleans it up so nicely. So what I do is I use my full size Enviro cloth once a month. I wipe down my entire toilet, around the base of the toilet, on the floor, around the toilet, even the baseboards, okay? And when you're using Enviro cloth for something like that, what I recommend is that you fold it into quarters with it wet, and you clean, and then you can flip it and you end up having 8 cleaning surfaces. Then you rinse it out real good I like to use warm to hot water because that's just what I like. Again, press together, agitate, and rinse. And then, ladies, if you want, you can hang this up, and after 24 hours, it has self-purified. I will tell you that when I do that process once a month, I gather all my Norwex cloths, including my phenomenal towels, not entry mat, but bath mat, everything, and I throw it in and do a load of Norwex. And depending on how often you use your cloths and how, I would recommend doing your Norwex cloths maybe every 2 weeks to a month, just depending on how you actually use it, okay? So that's a little bit about that. Now I am going to turn this around, pop you into the bathroom again for just a moment to show you a little bit about our toilet brush. Let me see what you can see. Let me climb into my bathroom and talk to you girls. Okay, so I'm going to set this down for a minute. I'm just going to sit here for a minute, and I'm going to pull out our toilet brush. I love this for many reasons. Number one, there's no metal on this, so you do not have to worry about this getting rusty and nasty, okay? Also, the way it sits in here, this never touches the bottom of the base. So if there's still water on it, you don't have to worry about this setting in the water. And then the third thing I love about this is I use this between my monthly deep clean, just like I have one of these beside each of my commodes, and I'll just pull it out. It's right beside my commode, and you can just go in without any cleaner at all and use this to do a quick clean on your toilets throughout the month until you're ready to do your full clean, okay? So I love this. And another thing is you can also use this if you're needing to do a little cleaning on the floor. A lot of times I'll use this just to scrub in and around the base of the commode and around the floor and stuff, and then wipe that down with my Enviro cloth. Now another thing I want to show you is we have the little travel size Enviro cloths, and this is one of them right here. I have one of these. Also, I keep on each of my toilets. I have a little command hook on the side, and I keep this. And this is just a really nice thing to have hanging along the commode and toilet. And it just works really well if you need to do a quick cleanup. It's there, you just get it wet, you wipe things off, you rinse it out, hang it on the side of your commode. Within 24 hours, that has self-purified. That's how I do my daily maintenance or my weekly maintenance whenever it needs maintained prior to or between my full-blown cleans, okay? So I think we've kind of covered everything in the bathroom cleaning-wise. Now I will tell you, this mat I love. Notice how that hangs so nicely on the shower door. This is phenomenal because I have a very small bathroom, and as you can probably tell, if I was walking in and out of here throughout the day to use the toilet, I would be walking over any bath mat if it was a great big thick one, plush one or whatever. But what I like about this is after I've used it, it hangs up and it dries and it's ready for the next use. And the cool thing about it is when I step out, ladies, to grab my towel because it's on this wall and I'm over here. You know, water's running off and I love it because it pools right on this mat. It doesn't soak through. It's amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And then I can't say enough about our towels. Ladies, they don't get stinky. They dry you off beautifully and they're lightweight. They're not, I mean, I know people tend to think, oh, a big fuzzy robe, you know, but quite honestly, it can be cumbersome and hard to deal with. These towels are very sleek. They're very easy to wrap around you and to, you know, maybe wear even while you're putting on your makeup or whatever. We've got some awesome hair wraps. So there's just a lot of cool things that you can use in the bath area with Norwex. So I think we're ready to move on to another room. So let's go check out what else we can do with Norwex. So let's see, we're going to need our paste in the other room. I'm looking to see, oh, we're gonna need our mop. So let's pull that out and we will, okay, I'm carrying a lot here, ladies. We're gonna go to the other room and we're gonna see what else we can use Norwex with. I'm stepping over my puppy, dropping my tools. Let's see, I don't think we broke anything. Okay, so traditionally when I clean a home, let me see if I need to get this a little taller. The first thing I'm gonna do when I walk into a home is high places. And so let's talk a little bit about high places, what that's gonna constitute. You know what, I think the lighting might be better if I just pop you, sorry ladies, if I just put you up on the counter for a minute. I don't know if you guys had it, we just had a really big storm move through. So, okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about what we would do next. So the next thing I would be doing is like ceiling fans, dealing with any cobwebs or anything that I wanna knock down before I start dusting and cleaning the floor. And so we use the EnviroWand. I'm gonna grab it, it's right here. This is one of my very favorite tools. Look at all these awesome little nubbies. That will get in, this I use for many, many things. I use it for getting my high places, which is the next thing I do when cleaning a home. But also in my own home, I like to use it between my refrigerator or stove in those small places that you traditionally can't get a broom or a vacuum. I also like to use it to clean out my dryer vent, and it is bendable to clean ceiling fans. So this tool is pretty cool. That's a rhyme. Anyway, I also love to use this when cleaning my blinds. So it's a win-win situation. This is called the EnviroWand. When you purchase the EnviroWand, it comes with what they call a multi-use tool handle. And just to let you know, this part comes off and it's got this great little brush for getting into crevices. And then another thing you can do is you can actually remove the multi-use tool and you can slide this onto our telescopic mop pole and get up those high areas for if you have vaulted ceilings and so forth. So that's the first thing I do when I go into a home is get all the high places. I know I said I clean the shower, but literally the first thing I do is get all the high places. The next thing I'm going to do is dust. So we have these phenomenal dust mitts, ladies, and you need to understand these work on what we call kind of like static electricity. So you'll take it and you'll rub it together and then slip your little hand in and go dusting. And one thing I love about this, now this is the key here, because I'm using no product at all as I'm dusting someone's home, if I walk by a picture or a mirror or a glass table that needs dusted, I can dust that. There's no product on here that's gonna smear it or damage it. I also like it because I can wipe off like fabric headboards and lampshades and stuff like that. So it's very, very convenient. Another thing I do is spritz the backside with a little water. So as I'm dusting, if I come across a water ring or something that needs cleaned up, I can just go like this and get that clean. So I really like that. I'm gonna try tilting this. We've got a little bit of a glare. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Anyway, so we're gonna be dealing with a little bit of glare. We might come over here a little bit. It's my lighting, sorry about that. So that's the next thing is I dust everything in the house. Okay, so I've done high places, I've dusted all my furniture. What am I gonna do next? Well, it kind of depends on the lay of the house. At that point, I'm going to probably either knock out the bathrooms like I just showed you and have the bathrooms done, or I'm gonna work in the kitchen, one or the other. Whichever one I'm going to do, what I traditionally like to do, because most of the homes I clean have hard surfaces. That's becoming more the in thing, like your wood or tile floors or whatever. So if I'm gonna start in the kitchen after I've done all the dusting and stuff, then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do the floors throughout the rest of the house up to the kitchen, okay? I do that for two reasons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the floor system. So I have a small floor system, which is what I showed you right here. We also have a large floor system. That is the one I traditionally use unless I'm working in a very small area. Now, when you purchase your Superior mop, I'm going to take this chenille head. This is the chenille head. This is not what typically comes with your mop system, but it's very nice if you have pet hair or chunky items. This works really well. I do love the set that comes with the mop. This is your dry mop head, and they come in different colors. Mine's a rose gold. But what's nice about this is microfiber, ladies. This cleans beautifully. This is going to get all that real minute dust, and it's going to clean your floors just beautifully. As I'm dusting along, if I get a buildup on here, which can happen, I will take this to the trash and I will simply brush it off, okay? I usually make a pile, pick it up with maybe a wet EnviroCloth, or a lot of my homes, if they're multi-level, I'll just work everything to the top step of the steps going down, and then that way I can vacuum it up. Whatever's easiest for you, but these are going to clean your floors beautifully. Now once, and like I said, I'm going to do that to the entire house because I've dusted, I've done high places. The only thing I have left is my kitchen and my bathrooms, right? So I'm going to do the floors. Usually I go to the kitchen. I'm going to do the floors in the bathroom, okay? And so they can be drying. And then I will literally do the wood floors, or whatever the floors are, everything but carpet, from the other end of the house to the kitchen. And that way the only thing left for my floors to be done is the kitchen. I'm going to be doing both the dry process and the wet process. The reason I do this in advance, you ladies might think, yeah, wouldn't you do that last? Well, I don't, because I like to be able to see and make sure I got everything. And as I'm walking through the house to go back to maybe one of those back bathrooms or something, I can look and make sure I didn't miss anything, okay? So that's the way I choose to do it. This is just like the world according to Nana T. So you do things how you want. So anyway, I've cleaned all my floors up to the kitchen. That's when I'm going to start working in the kitchen. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the tools I use in the kitchen. One thing I absolutely love is my dishcloth. Now, yes, this is for doing dishes, and the nice thing about it is it doesn't get stinky. It's wonderful. When you use this to wash your dishes, you're going to simply set this over the divider in your sink and let it dry, and you're never going to have an issue with anything stinking. However, another thing I use that for is if I'm cleaning a counter and there's something sticky or something, I can grab that and it will clean things up beautifully. Even things like, I use those for deep cleans. Like if you have like a buildup of like drywall, the stuff that the filler for drywall, there's a constructional term for that. It's just not coming to me. Mud, that's it. The drywall mud, I know I just did a clean where there was drywall mud that had built up on the tops of the door frames and some of the door deals, and that wet took it off beautifully. So that dishcloth is absolutely amazing in the kitchen for both doing your dishes, but also keeping your kitchen clean. So traditionally, I'm coming into a kitchen to clean. I like to take care of my appliances, the outside of my appliances. So there's a couple different things you can use. You can use your Enviro sponge or your Enviro Scrub. And what works nice about these is they do have a scrubby side. So if there is something sticky on the counter or in the microwave, I will do my counters and the inside of my microwave, pull everything out. I use my paste along with my Sperry sponge, which here's one right here. It's a little well loved, but you can kind of see what it looks like, to do my smooth top. Now, once I've done those things, I'm going to wipe down my counters. To wipe down my counters, ladies, I use my Enviro and my window polishing cloth. I use the Enviro to wipe down every countertop and to shine it. And I can also use an Enviro to wipe down the outside of my appliances and shine them with the window cloth. If you have stainless steel, mine's black stainless, but if you have stainless steel, we do have a stainless steel cloth that also works beautifully on them. But that's the first thing. I'm going to clean my counters. I'm going to wipe down my appliances, okay? And that's what I'm going to use is that Enviro and that window cloth. That's a big part of it. That, and I'll use those to shine and clean up my smooth top. So let's just pretend like, let's see what this will show over here. I've never tried this angle, so we will see. So I am wanting to kind of show you how I do my smooth top stove. It's a little cattywampus, but so am I, so we're good. So just so you know, what I do is I get my Sperry net just a little wet. I'm going to wring it out. And then I will use my paste and pick up just a little bit of the paste, and I'm just going to rub that into my stove. And this works beautifully for any of those little spatters left over from dinner or something. You can get that cleaned up. It works beautifully. And then what I'll do is take, I always have a window cloth and Enviro cloth underneath in each of my cabinets. And I'm just going to fold up my damp Enviro cloth, and I'm going to wipe that across my smooth top. Okay, I'll flip it around. And then the final step is to use this great window cloth to shine it. Okay, and I also do that same process on the outside of my appliances typically. So one of the other questions I get a lot is what to do on the inside of our stoves. Well, traditionally we deal with stoves that are self-cleaning, and with them being self-cleaning, traditionally the stove can be cleaned out, but there's two things that don't get clean when we're using the self-cleaning. Number one, the racks we're not even supposed to leave in there. I'm going to see, I don't know if I can take you down any further or not. Let's see if we can. There we go. I don't know if that'll help or not. But these racks they cannot be left in your stove when you're doing the self-cleaning. So I would pull those out. And also for some reason, I don't know if you guys have this issue, but the doors, the inside of the door always gets nasty and it doesn't get clean when you're doing the self-cleaning. So what I use for those is I use this Sperry net and my paste. And it is amazing how quickly that will clean both those items up. And then I just rinse them or wipe them clean with my Enviro cloth. Now remember, our Enviro cloth has backlock, as do many of our cloths. So you press it together, you rinse it, agitate it, and then wring it out and let it hang. And in 24 hours, it has self-purified, ladies. It's absolutely phenomenal. So what have we missed in the kitchen? I think that covers most of it. We've done our countertops where we would do that using the, let me see if that's hanging in there. With our countertops, we're going to use, as I said, the Enviro cloth and the window cloth. We've done our floors. We've dusted. What are we forgetting? Well, once we're done with the kitchen, wiping everything down, and I think I may have mentioned, maybe I didn't, two of my favorite things to use is the Enviro sponge or the Enviro scrub. And they both work the same. It just depends on what feel you like best, if that makes sense. So with that said, that covers many of our products. Once I've cleaned the kitchen, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I do dry dust the kitchen floor, but I wet mop it at the very end. Then all my floors will be done, if that makes sense. Then I'm going to go back and finish up my bathrooms. That way I can take where I'm working in a home, you know, depending on how many EnviroCloths you're using, I can take that same set of EnviroCloth and window cloth that I used in the kitchen and go use it in the laundry room or one of the bathrooms to get started. So an EnviroCloth and a window cloth will do just about everything in your bathrooms, other than just what I demonstrated to you about using the toilet brush that you would want to use and the shower scrub mitt. So that's basically how you can knock out cleaning your house. And even if you don't like cleaning house, I get that, ladies. It's amazing if you just choose a day out of the week. Say Monday's going to be dusting. You don't have to do everything all in one day. But if you know the saying, inch by inch, everything's a cinch. I think that's very true. And you know, if you dusted on Mondays and you know, did high places on Monday and maybe dusted on Tuesdays and just kind of went through that same sequence but spread them out, your house would never be very far from being clean when people come in. It wouldn't take much to be ready for guests, if that makes sense. But anyway, that's just a little demo and a little bit about Norwex. We have so many other products that I didn't even touch on tonight, but I think this will give you an idea of how you could use a Norwex in your home to keep it clean. Thanks so much for joining in, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.